And good evening, and welcome to another edition of A Little Birdie Told Me, the old Pawpets News. I'm your fine feathered friendly news reporter, Mockingbird. Well, it seems that former death row rapper Daz Dillinger, whose rap songs were heard in the Rockstar game Grand Theft Auto 5, is filing a cease and desist order for his quote-unquote stolen beats. Rockstar offered the rapper $4,271 for the use of the songs Sea Walk and Nothing But the Cabbie Hit in the new game. According to Dillinger, they were featured without his consent for free after declining the initial deal. Dillinger is demanding that either a large payment that originally offered is paid in full, or that all remaining copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 are removed from the store shelves and destroyed. Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive Software reports that Dillinger and his lawyer are giving them 14 days to comply with the demands. Statistically, Rockstar Games can't afford to give Dillinger the payment he requested for gaining over $800 million in sales in the first 24 hours of its release, and has currently reached a sales margin of over $1 billion in net sales. If Rockstar wishes to keep up with the continuing sales for this title, it's more than likely that Rockstar will bend to Daz Dillinger's request for a bigger slice of the GTA pie. Now, you've probably seen in news and all over the internet about the recent lawsuit between Samsung and Apple, and how Samsung lost to Apple in a $1 billion lawsuit, and true to their word, Samsung stood and delivered. But the delivery involved 30 large trucks carrying a total of $1 billion in American nickels. Why, you ask? Well, according to Samsung, when they lost their lawsuit to Apple, nowhere in the agreement was there a single payment stated. As such, Samsung decided to strike back against the large and in-charge geeks of Apple by sending their payments in nickels. Now Apple hopes to not only do all the nickels they received add up to $1 billion, but they also hope to find a bank willing to accept an overwhelming amount of currency. CEO of Samsung Lee Kun-hee tells the media that he is not going to be hassled by a group of geeks with style, and that if Apple wanted to play dirty, Samsung can play just as dirty as the next company. Tim Cook of Apple stated that this is a humongous inconvenience, but hopefully having to count and roll $1 billion worth of nickels won't put too much of a strain on further development of Apple products. Now, those of you that have read the news report have probably believed this hunk of bull, but as it stands, this bit of information is fake. Now, going over a few of the key points of why this is not true come in these 5 points. Number 1, the amount owed to Apple by Samsung has been disclosed, but until the 6th of December, the judge's decision has not yet been ruled. Number 2, Apple could legally tell Samsung to recall their trucks and return with a more proper form of payment, and they would have to comply. Number 3, a nickel weighs 5 grams. A truckload of nickels would equal to 80,000 pounds before it's considered illegal. Combining the weight of 80,000 pounds of nickels per truckload, Samsung would need precisely 2,755 trucks to make the full $1 billion delivery, not 30. Point number 4. The amount of nickels to make $1 billion worth exceeds the amount of nickels in circulation. The U.S. Mint would have needed to specifically mint the desired amount of nickels in order to equal the $1 billion mark, and neither Samsung nor the U.S. Mint would go through that length just to strike back against Apple. And number 5, the original story was first posted on a site called 9gag. Gag, that's your keyword there, folks. So as you can see, the rumors you heard about Apple being paid $1 billion in nickels by Samsung is false. And in local news, 93-year-old Jerry Atric Marlin received quite a shock as his recent hospital visit entitled him with the privilege of being the 1 millionth person served at the local hospital. That's right, the 1 millionth patient. The sudden surprise from being the 1 millionth winner saw Jerry in the midst of a thunderous uproar of cheers from hospital staff, and followed by a celebratory showering of confetti, streamers, and balloons from the ceiling. The sudden uproar caused Jerry to go into his 20th cardiac arrest, which later sprouted the I had 20 heart attacks and survived award. Jerry Atric was coming out of his shock in a hospital bed surrounded by flowers, balloons, and his prize sitting on a bedside table, just waiting for his recovery. Here to bring you that report is our own Raven Crackle with the latest story. Well, Mockingbird, we are live at the hospital where Jerry Atric had just come out of a comatose state. Jerry, how did it feel to be a winner of such a great contest?
Well, Sonny, I didn't know what to expect. I originally came in from a dozen assorted donuts and an onion bagel with a side of onion, but I realized that I've gone into my hospital instead. Maybe it's because I'm so used to coming here, my feet automatically carried me here, and I didn't know why.
Would it be safe to say that your feet knew exactly where they were going and you were along for the ride?
I feel that way all the time, Bwing.
I'm Crackle, remember? Little Birdie told me news.
Oh, that's nice. A little birdie once told me news, too. It said, Brock, hello, Polly, want an onion? Brock! And another little birdie told me, quack, quack, that doctor's a quack. But in this case, the doctor not only gave me a heart attack when I came through the door, but he also gave me flowers and a ticker tape celebration and a free physical examination on my next visit. Life is good.
Well, Jerry, it looks like this is your special day for celebrating, and we wish you our fondest congratulations.
Why? What did I do?
For winning the millionth patient contest, of course.
You mean I've been here 1,000,000 times? Sounds about right to me.
Doesn't surprise me in the slightest. You just work on getting well soon, Jerry.
Oh, I feel fine. How are you?
Peachy, just peachy. Well, for a little birdie told me, this is Crackle Raven.
And Geriatric Marlin, darn it!
And Geriatric Marlin. Reporting. Now back to the newsroom. Mockingbird?
Mockingbird? What are you talking about, Mockingbird? I ain't no Mockingbird. My mama bought me one when I was a baby, though.
Nah, never mind. Thanks, Crackle. Good luck with having to explain to Jerry where we live so he doesn't get lost when he is released from the hospital this time. Well, all you Columbus residents, I hope you have your heat on in your homes and all your warm winter clothes are accessible because we're looking to get an early start on Old Man Winter. As you can see, temperatures in the Columbus area keep going down, which gives us a heavy reminder that although we're nearing the end of autumn, we're not out of the ballpark when it comes to cold weather. And if I wasn't tied down with an award-winning career such as this one, I would be down in Florida drinking pina coladas and tequila sunrises on the beach by now. I wonder if that's possible to move our studio to Rio de Janeiro and spend winter with all the other macaws. I hear it's nice this time of year. No? You mean I'm stuck here for another 5 years? Ugh. Contracts. Gotta love them. For a little birdie told me, this is Mockingbird, your fine-feathered, shivering cold-friendly reporter on the spot. Thanks for watching.